Wow, what a week. It has been a roller coaster of a week. It's been a really, really good week on eBay, and it's been just weird in terms of there's so many things going on at the moment. I've got heaps to take you through. Let's just get straight into it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's Chris Feller. We're all about running, reselling, lifestyle, and everything in between. And jeepers, it's been an awesome week. It's been great. There's some great things happening, and I want to take you all through it. The top 5 items, the data points behind it, and just some lessons and things that I'm learning along the way. Of course, we're also in lockdown here in Melbourne. If you're in Sydney, they're in lockdown as well. Australia is going through some interesting things at the moment, so just trying to stay positive and just manage all that at the same time. So let's jump into the top 5 items. So this first lot right here is some Zoid DVDs. I picked these up in the last financial year. Cost me around $6.30. Sold them for $80, and after fees, postage, came out with a profit of $60.94. This is amazing. These DVDs, very, very hard to find, out of print. They're actually my childhood favorite, but these are some doubles and extras that I got. I've been trying to find these over a long period of time, and when I do, they always deliver. Top item number 2, and this is some bulk Lego, which I had got from a bulk lot, but there's no cost to this because I've already sold off the other stuff, which made me the profits. So this was just, no cost whatsoever. Sold it for $65, profit of $61.40 after, fees and postage. So very happy with this one. Top item number 3 was some more Zoid DVDs out of another bundle. Well, sorry, they were part of the same bundle I got, but it's just separated it out. So that cost me around $3.80. Got $50 for these after fees, postage, came out with a profit of $41.96, which is just incredible. Top item number 4, this is One Tree Hill season 1 to 9. This was in a DVD bulk lot that I got a few weeks back. Because it averaged out per DVD, this was one DVD or one box set in that lot. So it worked out to be about $1.20. Sold it for $50, $38 profit. Very happy with this one. If you can pick up the DVD bundles, make sure you do. And, there's a lot of people doing this kind of thing. And yeah, it is very saturated. Do your homework, understand what you're into, but it's some great stuff. This one was something that made back, almost a third of what I paid for about 127 DVDs. So it was well worth it, guys. Top item number 5. This was the VB kind of nostalgic or novelty kind of mugs. Cost me around $2.50. Sold it for $45 after fees and postage. Came out with $38. So pretty happy with this one. It was brand new, never used, but the box was a bit beat up, and that was all very clear in the description, so pretty happy to see this one go along. So flops and wins. I think I haven't mentioned it on the screen here, but the first thing I want to mention is just, with lockdown, there's a lot happening here in Australia, and I've still got a big backlog of stuff that I can work through, like a dev pile, which is really, really good. But I think sometimes just keeping in mind, if you are doing this more than a part-time situation, having things on stock like that extra dev pile as a, just in case you do get locked up for a day or something like that, that you do have that you can work through. But at the same time, just having things that you can apply yourself with, in terms of, postage supplies and things like that, it does go a long way, just to be able to have those things in stock, just in lockdown, just because things are changing all the time. I'm not saying go out and just spend money to buy, but, it's definitely something that has been on my mind when it comes to those kind of things. And I think a lot of other people have, been surprised with, these sudden lockdowns. But the flop for this week, nothing really in terms of from a sale. I do have someone that says they've got a missing item, but I don't have the details on there. That's to come this week. But I think it's a bit of a win flop kind of thing, because I've had some really great growth over the last couple of weeks, but with growth comes process congestion. And what I mean by that is, I'm doing more and more things that I've been doing previously. So, obviously more sales means more time packing, more time posting, more time just, prepping, getting things in order. And, I'm also listing more as well. So that's taking a lot more time. So just working through all those things, this is key, because if you don't have your process right, you will spend more time. And I've been talking about this since I started, and I've been learning. So just something that I am, I guess, adapting and pivoting around, of ensuring that I'm getting the best bang for my time when it comes to, the growth that's coming through the store as well. And the big win for this week is 40 sales this week, which is my biggest week, which is just incredible. So very, very positive and very happy about this. I think also because of lockdown, there's a lot more people purchasing, impulse buying, taxes coming back and things like that. So yeah, it's all, it could just be timely as well, but, very happy with this. So this week has come in my top 4 weeks, and, we had a total sales count of 40 items, margin of just shy of 60%, cost of goods just shy of $200. We sold $1,223 worth, and we have profited $722, and that is at the time of right now of 10 p.m. on 18th of July. So it is possible I might get another sale or two before the end of the evening. But at this point in time, this is how it's landed, and it's top-notch stuff. So very happy with this. It started off as a bit of a slow week, and then it spiked, and then it dropped, and then the weekend's just gone wild. And I think that's also to do with the whole lockdown situations that's happening across Melbourne and New South Wales. Now, in terms of items for this week, we've actually done some pretty interesting things. So, as you can see, where the revenue has come in for this week, it's been purely DVDs, $338. But at the same time, the profits have also landed in the DVDs this week. But then you can see books, clothes, and toys have all done very well with the profits as well. And the clothes I want to kind of mention on, I've been putting quite a few more jeans up because I have been sourcing them, and they're starting to sell and tick over a lot quicker. But of course, I think the DVDs are selling a lot quicker, or have been the popular one for this week, just because over the last couple of weeks, that's what I've been listing, lots of DVDs. So it's all very interesting whether it's true or not, if that's, what's driving the different sales. But then again, that we are in lockdown, so a lot of people just buying just to feel good, and also, buying things while they're in lockdown. So all things to consider. But yeah, it's been a very interesting week. Okay, so in terms of averages, like I said, this week we've done, and I do apologize, it's a bit blurry, but we've done our biggest sales week in terms of volume, so 40 sales, which is brilliant, and we've also moved up our average from $711 up to $730. Obviously, I mentioned before, we're on $1,223 for this week. So pretty epic week. I love this. And this is from the hard work that's paying off. But of course, with the hard work, that growth is also, something just to manage. Now, in terms of how we've gone for listings, we have smashed the listings. Best week ever doing listings. 105 listed, hitting my target of 15 a day. So we've also averaged around 5.7, almost 6 sales per day. So that's also my highest volume in terms of an average per day. So lots of things happening, all things pointing upwards. And, I do want to say that this is probably the result of me having those last couple of weeks of consistency, but also, it is also because of some timely things. So probably a mixture of two, probably a mixture of both things. And it's definitely something that I want to encourage other people. If you can have that consistency of whether it's 1 item, 2 items, 5 items, 10 items, 15 or more, commit to it, get it happening, because I'm starting to see that snowball effect right now. And just while it's fresh on my mind, if you haven't checked out my latest Further Your Lifestyle podcast episode, that is with the 2 Aussie thrifters, and they talk about that snowballing effect. And if we quickly just jump back to when I talked about the flop of growth and the struggles of the process, they both talk about this very clearly in that episode as well, that with that growth means they're spending more time packaging, more time posting, more time doing things within the business, and not necessarily spending all the time of just rolling in dollars. So something to take into mind, that when you are getting into this with a bit more than a part-time basis, when that growth comes, because that's your intent, it will come, that you need to be able to adapt and manage it, and put in systems and things in place to ensure that you are using your time for the best bang for buck. As I mentioned around the daily average listings, this is up, still continuing to go up. I just wanted to show, since July, we are flying up. So just proof of that. Okay, $100,000 revenue update. So we are charging upwards. We've hit $19,711 at this point in time. We are still behind. Obviously, because our average is going up each week, we're getting closer and closer to it. But I did mention last week that with my ASP, if my ASP comes down, it means my average listings per day needed is going to go up. And at the moment, I'm actually behind. I need to be doing between 15 and 16 per day because my ASP is down. If I can get my ASP up, this is going to bring those required listings per day down. So it's a bit of a catch-22 because the stuff I've been listing, because I do have volumes of backlog of, books, they're not really high dollar values. So yeah. However, if I can manage to sell more, well then maybe as well. So there's a lot of factors here, and I think anyone taking on the goal and challenge for something like this, you need to take that into consideration. I clearly didn't crunch all the numbers when I set this goal up, but we are charging for it. We're going for it, and I'll continue to show up and show you how I'm progressing towards that or not towards that. Okay, so there was no question for this week, but I do want to start doing, Q&A or a hot tip. And one thing is learn and know your postage. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, this is what I want to talk to you about. It's so important to understand how much your postage is costing. And the reason why is if you're getting into this and you're not on My Business Post, but you're also not familiar with what things cost, and you're listing something up with free postage, you're going to likely, I still do it, is not understand the cost it's going to be to post that item. Whether it's a board game, some books, or whatever, you can get surprised quite quickly. Now, if it's a board game, you're probably looking between $12.50 to $15, just because they're usually long, broad, and awkward size, so you do need a bigger box, unless you can manage to Frankenstein box it, put a garbage bag around it, some bubble wrap, all that jazz. Then you're still probably likely to pay that around that $12 and $15. So my recommendation is make sure you are pricing it up, quoting it up before you list it if you are providing free postage. And even if you're not providing free postage, have a better understanding of what it's likely to cost, because it might cost you $15. You can charge the person $10 and it's just $5 out of your pocket, just to make it a bit more appealing to the buyer. So learn the average cost. What is it, on average that you're doing? If you're doing books, know what your book prices are in terms of sending. If you're doing a lot of different items, it's going to be a bit more of a challenge, but just do a little bit of research. I cannot stress this enough, because at the end of the day, if you are losing $2, $3, $4 per item in postage that you didn't expect, if you start doing volumes of 40 items per week, like what I'm doing, and you're losing $2 per item in terms of postage, that you couldn't have got, that's potentially an extra $80 to $100. It's going to add up very quickly over time, over volume. So just something to consider. Okay, so videos for this week. Wow. I will have a thrift video. It's not because I went out thrifting during lockdown. No, we can't do that. But I did manage to do one before lockdown, and I didn't use it last week because I did the 1,000 subscriber giveaway video. Of course, go check out that 1,000 subscriber video. It's a big thank you to you, how I got to here, how I got to the 1,000, the journey, the lessons, the learnings, all that jazz. Some great value there for you, and also it's a chance for you to win something. I want to give back to you also. Go check out that video. You can win some Pokemon cards, some books, some gift cards, all that jazz. Saturday I will have week 8 of the 50k training plan, which is a very interesting one because we are in lockdown. It meant I had to get creative of how I'm doing my training runs. So check that out. And then Sunday, I have a new podcast. If you haven't seen my latest podcast, that was with the 2 Aussie Thrifters, which came out on the 18th of July. But this week coming up, we do have another guest, and she is brilliant. So I won't spoil it, but stay tuned for that. Well, that's it, folks. Really do appreciate being here. And it's look, it's been a really, really great week. It's a roller coaster of a week, and I just want to encourage everyone that, if you are feeling a bit of stress, if you are feeling things just a bit overwhelming just with everything that's going on, especially here in Australia, Melbourne, Sydney, anywhere in Australia, just to remember to check in on your friends, have a conversation with someone, and, just share the love. It does go a long way. We're all in this together, and of course, we're all trying to make some money or whatever, but at the end of the day, our mental health and each other are more important than these kind of things. So do check in with your friends, just see if there's anything you can do to help out, even if it's a conversation, because lockdown can be quite daunting, and it's different for everyone. So just a friendly reminder. Really do appreciate being here. I do encourage you, if you do have some questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer. And of course, go check out the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Trying to give back to you guys, and I would really love you all to be part of that. There will be a live stream of all that happening as well. You don't have to attend the live stream to win, and it is open to worldwide, assuming I can post there. So go check out all that jazz. Really do appreciate it. And of course, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle. Ciao.